Hi guys, welcome back and welcome to another Empties video. And I feel like I say this every time I do these videos, but can you believe that another month has gone? We're now in June, which is crazy because that means we're nearly halfway through the year already. It's scary how quickly these months are just flying by. Now, May has been a really good month in terms of empties. I have finished a lot of products. I have finished 21 products in total, which is brilliant. I never usually finish that many products. I'm usually around the sort of dozen mark, so 21 is really good. Not been quite so good on my bank balance because for quite a few of these products here I have had to replace them, but it actually feels good to see them all laid out in front of me here and to see everything that I have finished up. So I've got quite a few skincare products that I have used up this month. I've got a few body products, some hair products and a couple of makeup items as well. So I realised that 21 products is a lot to talk through, so I'm just going to get straight to it. Okay, so let's start off with makeup then. Now the first product I'm going to mention is this e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist and Set Setting Spray. And I don't know how big the bottle is because it doesn't say on it, but it's quite a small bottle. But this has taken me ages to use up. I feel like there was hardly any left in the bottle for a long time, and I use this every time that I do my makeup. And it just wasn't being used up. So this is quite a cheap product already. I think it was around about sort of £6–7. And the fact that it lasted so long really means that you are getting your money's worth out of this. However, I don't think this is a great makeup setting spray. I think the Urban Decay one is much better. I'm using a Charlotte Tilbury one at the moment and that seems a lot better than this one. This is okay. This really was quite inconsistent. So there were some days where it just didn't work and my makeup didn't stay in place. But then there were other days where it actually did an alright job. But I wouldn't purchase this one again. I know that the Urban Decay and Charlotte Tilbury ones are expensive, but they work. I can rely on them, and I can't on this one. So glad I tried a cheaper dupe, but I wouldn't be buying this one again. And then the second makeup item that I finished off is a little bit of a spoiler ahead of my Project Pan update video coming soon, and it is the NYX Control Freak Clear Eyebrow Gel. And this is another product that has seemed to take me ages to use up. This has stayed wet for quite a long time, but only recently has this started to not dry up, but for me to actually get through a lot of this product. So I was using it a couple of weeks ago and my eyebrows weren't feeling wet, they were actually quite dry, and I have finally finished this off. And this is quite a difficult product to track your progress on, so I really wasn't able to visually see how much product was left in it, but I've got there eventually. Now this is quite a good product. I did do a comparison with the 24-hour brow setter in my eyebrow comparison video between the NYX and Benefit eyebrow products. I will link it if you've not seen it. And although I think the Benefit products were ever so slightly better, I think the difference didn't warrant the difference in price. So if you're after a cheap clear eyebrow gel that does the job, that is really good at sort of combing through your eyebrows, separating them and sort of setting them in place, this is a really good one. So I would definitely buy this one again. Hair now, and a product that I tend to use up every month or every other month, I don't think I used one up in my previous Empties video, is a gigantic size Batiste Dry Shampoo, and this is in the Floral and Flirty Blush fragrance, my favourite that they do, although the tropical is quite nice as well. It's just a really good dry shampoo. I'm currently using a, what is it called, is it VO5 or Got To Be? I think it's Got To Be dry shampoo, and it's not very good. This one is much better. I know some people find this one quite drying or that it leaves a white cast. I don't tend to notice that on myself. I'm not sure whether it's just because I'm blonde and so the white powder doesn't really sort of show up on my hair. But Batiste is a really good dry shampoo, one of the best in my opinion. This one and Living Proof, but Living Proof is quite pricey. So really like this dry shampoo. There's not really a lot I can say about this. It works, it smells nice, it does the job, and it will be a product that I will continue to repurchase. I've also finished up a conditioner, and this is the Garnier Ultimate Blends Repairing Hair Food Papaya and Coconut Conditioner, and I did have the shampoo to go with this and I started them both at the same time, but I finished off the shampoo probably about 3 or 4 months ago. So this has taken me a long time to use, and probably now because I've had my hair cut, I don't need as much conditioner because I don't have the length for it. But this is quite a runny conditioner. You have to be careful. It does kind of like pour out of the tube, so just be careful of that if you are planning on buying this. This smells lovely. I have washed it out. I can still smell it. It's so fruity and tropical. It's just a really, really lovely fragrance. And this is quite good at making my hair feel soft. I don't think it's amazing, but then again, I don't think your cheaper high street drugstore brands like this are necessarily the best for your hair. I have heard that they just kind of coat your hair to make them feel nice rather than actually repairing them. So it's saying that I don't think I would buy this one again. I think once I've used up all the other conditioners that I own, because I think I've got about 2 or 3 left in my bathroom cabinet, I think I would probably go for a more mid-range one, because it takes me ages to go through a conditioner anyway, because like I say, I don't have much length for conditioner. So very nice, and yeah, I'd probably recommend it if you're after a cheap and cheerful conditioner, but I just want to try a more mid-range hair brand. Like I say, one that is actually properly going to repair and nourish your hair rather than just coating it. Third hair product is a hair mask, and this is the Superdrug Coconut Water and Coconut Oil Mask Hydrate and Shine. This is lovely. Again, I'm not sure whether this actually is just coating my hair and not really doing anything for it, but it makes my hair feel really soft. It doesn't weigh my hair down, and I have quite fine, thin hair, so products do that to my hair quite easily. And it smells. It smells lovely. Again, I've washed this out, but it's just so coconutty, it's delicious. This is quite cheap as well. I think it came in under £5, and I think I have another one in the bathroom as well, so I've got another one of these to be working through. Okay, so moving on to body products now, and the first one is one I've had in my collection for 5.5 years, I think, and it's because I was given it as a Christmas present from my ex-boyfriend's family, my boyfriend at the time, and I just didn't get around to using it, and I eventually saw it in the cupboard and thought, you know what, I have to use this. I've had this for so long. It was fine. It had like a cover over it, so it wasn't exposed, and it was absolutely fine to use, but it wasn't that great a product. And it is the Bayliss and Harding Fuzzy Duck Woodland Bluebell Body Butter. And how does it smell? I can't remember. Yeah, the smell is okay. It's nothing amazing, but my issue with this product is this is the type of body butter that is just so thick that when you're trying to massage and rub it into your skin, you're just ending up smearing like white marks all over your skin. It doesn't sink in, and after having a warm shower or bath, I don't want to be spending ages trying to get a product rubbed into my skin, because it just makes you feel hot again and then you need another shower. So lovely gesture, but I wouldn't use this again. I wouldn't repurchase it. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't like it. Next, I have a couple of Lush products, and I think they are the same. They are both Dream Cream, and I've got a little tester one here and then a bigger pot of it. Now, I think this is meant for people who have skin conditions like eczema or allergies or psoriasis. I have none of those, so I got through this very quickly because I just use it as an all-over body lotion. The smell is okay, but then again, I don't think that this is designed for just a general body lotion, because they don't want to be putting fragrance and stuff like that into a skincare product designed for people with sort of skin conditions, because the fragrance is just going to aggravate the skin condition. But it was quite nourishing. I don't know why I'm showing you, there's nothing in there. It's quite nourishing, easy to rub in, but I don't think I would buy this again. But like I say, it's not targeted towards people like me. If I was to have a skin condition like eczema or psoriasis, like I say, and I found that this soothed them, then I would buy it again. But to use it in the way that I did, just as a general body lotion, you know, it's a small tub. I got through that really, really quickly. So I wouldn't buy this again, but this is one to bear in mind if in the future I was to get any conditions like that, if I was to get extremely dry or sort of sore, irritated patches on my skin, for example, then this is one that I would come back to. But as it stands, I wouldn't repurchase it just because it's expensive and it's a small pot. I mean, it did a good job, but a small pot and quite pricey. Next are a couple of hand creams, and first up is Spa Luxatique. I'm not sure, I think this was a Christmas or birthday present, and this is green tea scented, and I can't say whether that really smells of green tea or not. I don't really drink green tea, but it's a nice enough hand cream, nothing to, you know, write home about, does the job, very nice. And there's also the Garnier Intensive 7 Days Smoothing Hand Cream, and for both of them I have cut them open and scraped out the product. And this one is a bit fruitier than the other one because this one is, I think, peach by the looks of it, mango oil. But I really like having loads of hand cream dotted about the place. I have one in my work bag, in my personal bag, by my bed, by my desk, downstairs by the TV. I always like to have a hand cream to hand because it's just handy. When you notice that your hands are quite dry, you can grab one. And these two did do a good job. They were nice, but like I say, neither of them were amazing, but they did a good job. Okay, last category is skincare, and there were 11 skincare products that I used up this month. So let's start off with cleansers, and I'm going to mention this one before I forget because I don't have any packaging to show you for this one, and this is my Lush Sleepy Face Cleansing Bar, and I did talk about this in my speed reviews video that went up recently. If you haven't seen that one, I will link it, but basically my thoughts are with that one was that I hated the smell. It's cocoa, and I love cocoa to eat and drink, but I just hate it in skincare and body care products. I just find it so overpowering, and it's kind of one of those scents that kind of takes my breath away a little bit. I smell it and I'm like, I can't speak afterwards. I don't know if you guys know what I mean by that, but it's just so overpowering, and I don't want to be smelling like cocoa. It's also a really weird product to use. So as it's a cleansing bar, you have to just move the bar over your face, which to me sounds a little bit unhygienic because you then have to put that bar back and then use it the next day to do the same thing. So I'm thinking, well, surely there's dirt and bacteria and makeup, whatever, on the bar, but then I don't want to wash the bar because I didn't see that anywhere in the description, so I thought, I don't know if that's the right thing to do. It's also not great at removing your makeup and your eye makeup in particular, and that's just because it's really awkward to use a round cleansing bar over your eyes to remove your eye makeup. So quite a lot of the time when I use it to remove my makeup, afterwards I'd look in the mirror and I would have mascara under my eyes, so I'd then have to go back in with a separate eye makeup remover, and I don't want to be doing that. I much prefer to use a cleansing balm like the e.l.f. Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm or a cleansing oil. So I wouldn't buy that one again. I just found the smell horrible, and it was just a really awkward product to use, and it wasn't great at removing my makeup. So all in all, a little bit of a fail with that product. I also finished off another cleansing balm this month, and I finished this one off towards the beginning of the month, and this is the Body Shop Camomile Sumptuous Cleansing Butter. Now I was quite disappointed with this one because this one is recommended for your kind of lower price points, and it's highly recommended, so I thought, brilliant, I will try this one, I've heard amazing things about it, but I was just disappointed with it. So firstly, the tub, it's just a really awkward tub to get on and off. I'm doing it fine here, but when you take the lid off and you then take some product out of the tin and you then try and put it back together with wet, slippery, balmy hands, you can't quite manage that. So I wasn't keen on the packaging. This also reminds me a little bit as well of coconut oil. It very much had that look and that consistency. So it kind of weirded me out a little bit using a product that reminded me of coconut oil. It had a very light scent though, so the chamomile range I think is, yes, it's designed for sensitive skin, so just ever such a slight fragrance in it. But this wasn't very good at removing my makeup, and again my eye makeup in particular. The e.l.f. Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm I find is so much better than this product. Yes, I know that there's a massive price difference and the e.l.f. one is heavily fragranced, but that one just works for me. My skin just really loves using it. I find that my skin really sort of, if it's problematic, it balances itself out after I've used it. But this one, again, I had to go in with a separate eye makeup remover to remove all my makeup, so it didn't do the job. It's much better than the Lush Sleepy Face, however, so I would recommend this one over the Lush one, but I wouldn't buy this one. If I was to buy a product like this from the Body Shop, I would go for the, again I think it's Camomile, the Camomile Cleansing Oil in a pump. That product is lovely, but this one is a no. And another cleanser I finished off was my morning cleanse, or my second cleanse, and this is the Curel Foaming Facial Wash. Now I don't usually go for a foaming facial wash, but this is one that Caroline Hirons recommended, and if she recommends something, I usually buy it. And this is because this is a different type of foaming face wash. Typically they're quite drying, but those are the ones that I think foam when they come into contact with water on your face. I think because this one foams through the action of the pump, it's okay. I think it's that way around, correct me if I'm wrong. So I would use a pump of this, or if I was washing my face in the shower, I would use 2 pumps because I could then take it properly down my neck and across my décolleté, but 1 pump was enough for my face. And this is fragrance free, I think it is fragrance free, or if it's not, it doesn't contain much fragrance at all, and it is designed for sensitive and dry skins. And once you start massaging it into your face, it kind of turns into a little bit of a cream. So you know how some foams, they tend to just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it kind of goes all over your hair? You don't get that with this one. It starts off with a foam and then becomes quite cream-like, so it feels quite nourishing. I do like this product and I would repurchase it, but they do have 1 or 2 more cleansers I think in the Curel range, which I want to try before I go back to this one. But if you have dry or sensitive skin, I would recommend this one. Okay, exfoliating toners. I have used up 2 this month. The first one is the 5% Glycolic Acid Glow by Formula, which is an M&S brand. Now, I had 3 exfoliating toners on the go. I had this one, I also had a lactic one, and I've also got a salicylic one. So I would sort of use whichever one I felt my skin needed on that day. But this is the one that I would use the least. And I think it's because I just find Glycolic a little bit too much for my skin. And especially now that I've hit my 30s, I found that my skin is a little bit more sensitive and a little bit more dry or dehydrated. And I just find that Glycolic is a little bit too much for it. And I didn't have much left in this at all, probably about up to there, so maybe just sort of ½ centimetre left. And I used it the other evening and my skin just, it went red, it went quite kind of hot, and although a little bit of that is okay with Glycolic, there was just too much, and it kept happening. So I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to get rid of the rest of it. There wasn't much to get rid of, so I wouldn't repurchase this one again. I think if I was to get a Glycolic, I would go back to the Pixie Glow Tonic, but I think lactic or PHA is probably better suited to my skin. And then the other exfoliating toner was the Ren Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic, and this is lactic, I think. Yes, this contains lactic acid and willow bark extract, so it's designed, I think, for slightly more sensitive skins, slightly drier skins, so it's not as irritating as Glycolic. But I think some people have still found that this is a little bit irritating. I didn't. Sometimes it would sting if I was to apply it on breakouts, but again, that's kind of to be expected. Nice little pump on the top here, so you put your cotton pad on top and you press down and it just dispenses product onto your cotton pad. And 250 ml is a really nice size. This probably took me 6 months maybe to use up. I liked it, I would repurchase it, but I think the next acid I would buy would be a PHA or maybe an overnight mask. I do quite like the sound of the Medicaid Press and Glow. I think that's PHA. But this is a nice one. I would repurchase it and I would recommend it, but probably not to those that have sensitive skin. I also used up a hydrating toner, a hydrating serum, and this is by Hada Labo, which is a Japanese brand, I think it is, or a Korean brand, I can't remember which one. And Hada Labo is slowly starting to come over into the UK. Superdrug do stock quite a few of their products, but I don't think they stock this one, which is the premium gold one. And I had to get this off Yes Style, I think. And I bought this one because Nadine Baggett and lots of other people really rave about it, and they say it's so hydrating. And because, like I say, since I've reached my 30s, I found that my skin is just a lot more dehydrated. I thought this would be a great hydrating product to add into my routine. However, I'm disappointed with this one. I don't find it particularly hydrating. I sandwich it in between a hydrating mist, so I am applying it correctly. I'm not applying it to completely dry skin. I was just expecting more in terms of hydration, so I wouldn't repurchase this one again. I guess I would recommend it because lots of other people have liked it, but it's all just individual, isn't it? I just didn't get on with it. I didn't find it as hydrating as I needed it to be. And then another hydrating serum I used up was the Body Shop Drops of Youth Environmental Protection Serum, and it comes in a pipette, but I'm not sure whether it's because the serum itself is quite thick but the pipette isn't very good. You weren't able to squeeze up much product in the pipette, so it's quite awkward to use. This was quite hydrating, so I think it did do a good job. Not hugely hydrating, so I am still searching for a really hydrating serum. I have ordered the NIOD multi-molecular hyaluronic complex, I think it is called, so I will see how I get along with that one. But this one I would repurchase. I think it is nice, but if you are really dehydrated or really dry, you probably need something a little bit stronger than this. But all in all, a nice product. Right, getting there, 4 products left. Okay, the next one is Medicaid 3TR Plus Intense, and this is a 0.3% vitamin A serum, so this is your retinol. I really like Medicaid for retinol. I think they do some really good retinol products and they make it really easy to figure out which strength of retinol you need. And this is a really nice pipette, so unlike the Body Shop one, this is a really good pipette. It picks up a lot of product. I use 4 drops 3 times a week, so my retinol days are Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and I don't experience any irritation with this, and I think it's probably because as well it's a lower concentration of vitamin A of retinol. But when I did buy this, I was a little bit annoyed because it's 15 mils and I thought, oh, I bought the 15 mils, I should have bought the 30 mils, but I don't know if they do a 30 mils. But I thought, oh, 15 mils, I'm going to get through this so quickly. But I think this lasted 4 months probably, I would say. So using this 3 times a week for a small bottle, it did take me a while to get through this. So I would recommend this if you are looking to add retinol products into your routine. I would recommend starting off with Medicaid. Like I say, they make it really clear. Go on their website, have a look at their different strengths and sort of see which one is probably best for you. I also finished off a night cream, and this is by Lumene, and this is the Nordic Sea Overnight Bright Sleeping Cream. And I did finish off the 24-hour replenishing balm, and I just wanted to try another product from their range. So I tried the Nordic Sea, which is a vitamin C overnight cream. It is very nice. It does provide a bit of luminosity, a bit of a healthy glow in the morning when I wake up, but it's not as hydrating and it's not as nourishing as the 24-hour replenishing balm. So although this is good, I wouldn't repurchase it just because I love the 24-hour replenishing balm, and since I used this one up, I've repurchased the replenishing balm just because I love it so much. My skin loves it, it's so nourishing and hydrating, it smells incredible. But we're talking about this one. This one is nice, like I say, it does provide some luminosity, some glow to your face in the morning. I don't think, no, it is scented, but it's not overpowering. It's lightly sweet, but not sickly. So I would recommend this product. I do think it's really good, but I just love the replenishing balm. But yeah, good product. And then I finished off 2 SPFs. I finished off the Garnier Ombre Solaire Sensitive Advanced Face SPF 50 Spray SPF. And I really like having a liquid SPF and also a spray one. The spray one is great for reapplying later on in the day, or if you've got makeup on, you don't want to be going in with a liquid one. It is a little bit difficult to not disturb your makeup when you reapply with a liquid one. A spray one is sort of much better for that purpose. I wouldn't rely on this one for your SPF though, because with a spray you can get like a halo of spray around your face. So I personally would start off with a liquid one and then use a spray one for reapplication later on in the day. And this Garnier one is great because it's a really good price point, but it also doesn't disturb your makeup, it doesn't cause it to move, and it also doesn't leave a white cast on your face as well, so you can't actually tell that you have reapplied your SPF. And I could probably do with repurchasing this actually, because it is just so handy to have a spray SPF. so I think I need to go online later and do that. But really good, I'd recommend it, and I will be repurchasing it. And then last product, well done if you stuck along this long, and this is the Roche Posay Anthelios SPF 50, and this is the invisible fluid SPF. Now I wasn't too sure about this when I first started using it, and it's because it's invisible, you don't get that kind of indicator on your face as to where you've applied it, because it goes on white and then immediately once you start rubbing it in it goes clear. I was a little bit like, oh, I don't know if I've used enough because it's all sunk in and I can't see where it's gone. But I got used to that. I knew myself that I had used enough product, and actually the fact that it sinks in really quickly and doesn't make your face look really shiny or sticky, or the fact that it's really thick, it's super thin. I really enjoyed that. And after using this, I don't think I would go back to those thicker SPFs for your face. I think I would stick to this, or there's also a Garnier dupe for this as well, which I'm interested in trying. But I have actually repurchased this. I've got another bottle that I'm working on today, and I have used it and I've applied my makeup on top, and it doesn't disturb your makeup. It doesn't cause your makeup to just sort of sit and slide off. It really is a lovely base for your makeup over the top. One downside to this though is it's really noisy. So to use it, you have to shake it. So it's quite loud. But a really good SPF. I repurchased it and I will continue to repurchase it, and I would recommend it as well. So those are my product empties for the month of May. So 21 products, a lot of products. So because I've gotten through so many this month, I don't think I will have a lot for June. But you never know, I might surprise myself and I might have quite a few. But I can't off the top of my head think of many that I'm coming close to using up. But we will see. A month, anything can happen in that space of time. But if you have used any of the products that I've mentioned in this video, please let me know your thoughts down below, if you agree with me or if you don't. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you, guys. Bye.